Over half of all young offenders in institutions have spent some time in care. Andrew Carr is 18 and was in care for most of his childhood. He's serving a 12-month sentence for drink driving offences.
Tried getting a job, got one, lost it, and my head just went off because I was like drinking beer every day. Just drinking too much beer and thought, fuck it, just started driving, drunk. And then just ended up in it.
Andrew is currently on standard regime, always polite to staff and abides by the prison rules and regulations. Andrew has been placed on gold regime now.
As a care leaver, Andrew's entitled to support from social services. Leo Kirk has been working with him for 2 years and is helping him adjust to life after care.
You said to me you've learnt your lesson, and I believe you have. And you've done, like I say, I can't speak highly enough of you.
My recommendation to you would be stick to your licence conditions. And the attitude you've shown in here, the positiveness, the goodness, take it beyond them walls with you. It's up to you once you get out. You in agreement with that? Yeah. I'm just going to move on and have a look at the objectives.
He's obviously pleased he's got his release date now and he's coming out early, so he's obviously made up with that. But he seems a bit anxious, and I know he's upset that his mum's not been to see him. I think it does have an effect on young people when they've been in care. I mean, Andrew's had good foster carers around him. He's not negative about his time in care, but he's not had a family, and that's vital, obviously, to young people. He's not had that stability, and he's not had that love and care that really only your family can give you.
I'm not really bothered about, like, my mum, because, well, I am, but at this moment in time, all I'm bothered about is just, like, getting over my life. They screwed their life up, so there's no point in me, like, screwing mine up, is there? Just to get out, do what I've got to do.
The conditions of Andrew's early release mean that he will be electronically tagged for the next 4 weeks.
Hi, good morning.
Morning, boss.
What's your full name, kid?
Andrew Parker.
And your prison number?
DH5477.
And your date of birth?
40 for the 2nd, 85.
Have you any complaints about your treatment whilst you've been here?
No.
No? That's fine.
Okay then.
Despite having no qualifications, no job or a permanent place to live, Andrew's determined to get his life on track.
Once you turn 18, that's it. You have to leave foster care. It was like an expiry date, because as soon as August the 26th, you know, as soon as it hit that date, that was it. They was no longer responsible for me.
As a care leaver, Irama Ganser is entitled to her own flat.
It was just pure magnolia walls and no carpet on the floor or nothing, so yeah, I had to decorate it. And everything is done by me.
Irama's been living here alone for the last year, while studying for her A-levels.
I feel very proud, very, very proud, because this is my little palace. I think this is probably my favourite room. No, is this the best room? No, I think my living room is the best, actually. This is my second best, just because of my drawing on this wall. I'm very proud of myself, because when I first moved in, like, well, no one thought I would have been able to, like, manage living on my own, because they all thought I was so immature and just, you know, a bit irresponsible. Before I was 18, I was living with Debbie, and I lived with her for, like, about 5 years, and I still see her now, like, all the time.
After several unhappy foster placements, Irama went to stay with foster carer Debbie Grant.
Yeah, the back has more than anywhere.
She lived with her for 5 years.
The top. Yeah. Growing up in foster care was one of the best experiences of my life, definitely.
When I first met Irama, she was like a lost and lonely, confused child. It was a roller coaster, up and down, challenge, constant kicking against whatever boundaries were put in place. As the years have gone on, she's moved on, she's got an understanding of herself and where she's coming from.
I went into care when I was 12 because my mum's drinking it was spiralling out of control. So I asked if I could go into care and I did. It was a big secret when we was younger, my mum's drinking.
Irama's mother, Elaine, struggled with a drink problem for many years. She had Irama whilst she was living with her husband in Ghana. When her marriage ended, she returned to Britain with her children, but found it difficult to cope on her own.
I think something was said at school, that was the start of it. And the school informed social services. I didn't think they had any right to take the children away. Yeah, I mean, they'd never been beaten, they'd never been, you know, neglected in any way like that. There was always food, they were always well clothed and everything, you know. And I was very I felt almost picked upon. If there'd have been a partner around, I don't think I would have had the problems that I did. Once the children had gone, I wanted to drink more, obviously, because to blot out the pain then. Instead of helping me address a drink problem and keeping us all together, they divided us, which actually made it worse.
A year after going into care, Irama was excluded from school.
G-H-A-N-S-A-H.
But with time and the support of her foster carer, her schoolwork improved. And today she's at college to pick up the results of her AS levels.
I got a B, a D and a C. What's a B for? Oh my gosh, that can't be for psychology. A B for psychology, a D and a C. Oh my days.
Andrew's first priority after leaving prison is to drop in on his family.
This is Lewis, my younger brother. That's Ryan, my older brother. That's Bobby, my younger brother. Courtney, my little sister. And David, my younger brother. David. Snotty nose.
And I'm his mum. Well, I hope he stays out of trouble, but I don't think he will get in trouble again. I don't think he'll go to prison because I think he's learnt his lesson. Because he didn't like it inside. He coped, yeah, but he didn't like it, and he missed everyone.
You don't even know who you are.
Oh, you don't do that?
Andrew's mum, Debbie, is bringing up her kids on her own.
Yeah.
She had her first child at 17, and Andrew a year later. She remembers when they were first taken into care.
Felt guilty, but I couldn't go because I was too young. At least I thought, well, they're being looked after there, so they're being looked after properly. And I still went and seen them. But I didn't put them in voluntary care, though. I didn't put them in actual care, I put them in voluntary. Because I just needed, I think I needed a break with being so young.
I'll just get the odd thought now and then thinking, like, why couldn't my family have been like other people's? Like, when I hang about with my mates, they've got all nice house and all that, all families together. They think, oh, my family's better than yours. We've got money and all that, you've been in care. And then they just look at you differently.
With no permanent home, Andrew's going to stay with friends. Care leavers are entitled to accommodation paid for by social services, but only if they're in full-time education. His leaving care worker, Leo, is concerned about his future.
The biggest worry I've got is that he'll go back to what he's been doing regarding drinking and driving motor vehicles again. And that basically, obviously my biggest fear was that he'd come back into prison. And that's me being very pessimistic. Hopefully he's going to get himself sorted, he's going to get himself into college, we're going to get him, hopefully find him somewhere to live, and he's going to settle down.
Andrew's friend Rob has offered him a temporary home.
In 6 years' time, I'm going to have an 18-year-old kid, same as Andy. And if he gets in trouble or gets in any kind of trouble or not, I hope somebody out there, somewhere, will turn around and say, right, they'll help him out or something like that. It can be easy done.
Dad!
You bastard!
Dad!
Andy, you're grounded!